What's up, everyone? This is Andrew and Mike, and these are our UFC 137 thoughts brought to you over Battlefield 3 gameplay. Because not only are we average Battlefield players, we are also average mixed martial artists. Yeah, we used to train, so we like talking about MMA events.
Big fans,
yeah. And so these are our thoughts. And Mike, you want to start off?
And basically, UFC 137 is BJ Penn versus Nick Diaz main event, which formerly used to be George St. Pierre versus Carlos Condit, which formerly used to be George St. Pierre versus Nick Diaz before Nick Diaz decided to back out for reasons I don't quite remember.
He likes smoking weed.
Yeah. So
okay, so
we're just
Nick
gonna
Diaz doesn't like going to. He doesn't like showing up for press conferences and all that.
That's right.
He's kind of like a quiet dude. You know, he just likes to fight. And him being in the UFC, they want him to do more media stuff, which he doesn't like doing. So that is
him being pretty much main event.
Oh yeah, you have to for the UFC.
Yeah.
This isn't Strikeforce anymore. Yeah. That was Mike's dog. Doesn't agree with my opinions, and he was crying. So the mic kicked him out of the room. Yeah. All right. So main event: Diaz versus Penn. What are your thoughts on that and predictions? Thoughts and predictions.
First off, I'm not really a big fan of the Diaz brothers, although they are great fighters. I mean, I think
a lot of people don't like them as
I think it's
people.
just their,
but
they
are skilled.
I don't like.
They're skilled.
But I gotta give it to them that they are great fighters. Even though Diaz,
I also think Diaz, Nick Diaz specifically, is kind of maturing a little bit and has been showing more respect towards his opponents and people. I think he's trying to improve that part of him. But I like him. I'm a fan. I even picked him to beat St. Pierre when they were originally fighting.
Yeah, so as far as BJ Penn, Nick Diaz, I've always been a big fan of BJ Penn, so I gotta give it to him. Hopefully, if he comes prepared, in good shape, I guess.
Yeah.
Because this guy...
Have you seen the documentary on him? The recent documentary?
Lazy. Nah,
there's a documentary on him by Ruka, by RVCA, and it's the road leading up to this.
Really?
And then he's training out here in LA or OC, whatever. And
hopefully
he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. But being in good shape's one thing. Nick Diaz is in amazing cardio shape.
Yeah. But you know what I mean by in shape, because BJ Penn is known to come in out of shape or not as prepared as he could be. He is.
Yeah, I think that he comes in out of shape when his opponent is not a threat, usually.
Yeah. Like,
he didn't train hard for Frankie Edgar because he thought he could just come in there and destroy him. But Edgar had a little more to his game than he expected. I think he knows Diaz is fucking sick and will destroy him. You know, if he's not prepared.
So, hopefully...
Alright, let's see, I think they said that BJ is gonna want to take Diaz down. That's what some people are speculating. Because
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, because on the ground...
Diaz is a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Alright, so for those that don't know, it's a very close fight, right? They both like to strike. They both are great ground guys. You know, they're both great jiu-jitsu guys. They both came from the same camp pretty much. You know, Diaz is a Cesar Gracie guy. BJ is a Ralph Gracie and Cesar Gracie guy back in the day before he left and had the falling out with the Gracies. So they're pretty much from the same camp, if you want to look at it that way. And they're the same fighter. It's just Diaz trains harder and has better cardio, you know, so...
Yeah.
I think BJ might have an issue trying to get past Diaz's reach when they're striking.
Yeah.
You know?
Because Diaz likes to play out, I guess, on the outside.
Yeah.
Pick his shots,
And a lot of body shots, which for anyone that spars, you know body shots fuck up your cardio, you know, it just drains everything away, so... If he hits BJ with a couple body shots and BJ's not ready for it, he might go down. I think on the ground, it's been a while since we've seen BJ really use his jiu-jitsu. But
I think he's still there because he's natural at it. So.
Yeah, he brought in Alan Goes for this fight, and Alan Goes is a really renowned black belt who helped started a Brazilian top team. So he's a really good dude, and he's working with him, so... Should be pretty awesome to see them fight.
So who do you think is gonna win? Pick one.
It's really close, but I'm gonna have to go with Diaz.
Okay.
I think he wants him more right now.
I'm gonna go with BJ because I'm a big BJ fan, and I'm not really a fan of the Diaz
Yeah,
brothers
yeah.
personality-wise. So,
And I'm a huge BJ fan
But-
too. I love BJs.
but I'm not doubting Nick
DJs.
Diaz.
BJs. No, okay.
I'm not doubting Diaz's skills,
Yeah.
so it's going to be a good fight.
It seems that Penn is kind of more relaxed nowadays. Like he even said in the interview that he just wants a few more key victories over some good names, and if he gets one more title shot, cool. If it doesn't, then it's not the end of the world. That's kind of leads me to believe that he doesn't want as much, you know. Anyways, all right, going down the line, who else is there? Czech Congo versus Mitrione. What do you think of that?
I mean,
I never really liked Mitrione, but
He's good.
he just keeps beating people.
he's awkward, but he's good.
Because he's like he's a former football player.
Yeah.
He's kind of big and dumb, but he can take fucking
But
punches
then again,
and he can throw punches.
I'm going to have to go with Czech Congo just for his little comeback on that one previous fight.
Oh yeah,
Which was
Pat
pretty
Barry
amazing.
against Pat Barry.
Yes.
Yeah. Czech Congo has a weak chin though.
He does.
So one punch from Mitrione could end it. Czech Congo,
Mitrione has a good chin.
yeah,
If he
good
doesn't
chin.
go down.
Like Czech Congo is gonna have to, if he wants to win, Czech's gonna have to like pick his shots, pick and move. You know, he can't stand in front of him and bang because Mitrione. That's exactly what Mitrione wants, is just to get into a brawl.
So,
I'm gonna choose Mitrione.
I think I'm going to pick the same.
Okay, yeah.
How about for...
Crow Cop versus Roy Nelson. This
I
is,
always want Crow Cop to win. I just want to see that old school Pride Crow Cop. But ever since he got into UFC, we've never seen that.
no,
You know?
to anyone that's a
So-
UFC fan and has never watched Pride FC, Crow Cop in Pride FC was prime. He was the
But once he
most
stepped into the
devastating,
octagon,
yeah, the most devastating kicks you've ever seen. Like
yeah.
horrible striker, you know.
But like once he stepped into the octagon, it's a totally new fighter. I mean,
In a bad way.
Yeah, it feels like they're just keeping him in just because of his, I guess, his name. You know? what I
Well,
mean?
because they say that Crow Cop is a very big draw in Europe.
Yeah.
So they like to bring him onto a lot of the European cards and a lot of certain shows that they need that audience, you know. So
Yeah.
they're pretty much using him at this
Yeah.
point, you know. He's already an old dude,
So-
gets knocked out very easily. I don't think he should be fighting. I think Nelson, even though he's fat,
Very overweight.
yeah, he has amazing cardio, you know, and he has
And he
decent
has-
striking.
Yeah, he has pretty strong hands.
He's a way more well-rounded. He's an okay striker, but he can take you down. He can wrestle. He has a good chin. He has everything right now that Crow Cop no longer has. So
Overall, I think I'm
Nelson.
going to go for Nelson.
yeah. Okay,
Um,
Jorgensen versus Karan.
I don't really know much about Karan, so I'm going to go with Scott Jorgensen from what I've seen in the WBC.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Karan. He's been in a lot of fights against top fighters, and he pulls out a lot of decisions. You know, he might not win all of them, but he's fought some of the best guys, decisioned them. So that leads me to believe he can handle Scott pretty much no problem. You know.
And as far as the preliminary card, Donald Cerrone versus Dennis Silver.
I got Cerrone, dude. Cerrone
I got
has
Cerrone as
yeah
well.
more ways to win. He's really tough. Seaver can outstrike you, but Cerrone's decent. You know, I think Cerrone's gonna take it.
And Tyson Griffin versus Bart. Whatever. his name is.
Palazowski. I'm gonna go with
Bart. This is Bart's, I guess.
UFC debut.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna give it to Tyson. He comes from a great camp
I'll just give it to Tyson because
because he has two cool names: Mike Tyson and Peter Griffin, all in one. All right, and then now we got Brandon Vera, who was formerly supposed to be the next big thing, and then
he got embarrassed by John Bones Jones.
yeah, well he
broke
had
his eye socket.
he was hot for a minute, and he was supposed to challenge Chuck Liddell at 205, right? And then he was supposed to remain heavyweight champion. But he had like some contractual issues with the UFC. Took like a year and a half off, and then once he came to that same field, that whole year and a half off really hurt him.
Yep.
And he's been kind of downfall since then. And Jones destroyed him. You know. But I would say I got Brandon Vera on that. I don't think Elliot Marshall has enough. I think they're feeding Elliot Marshall to Vera, trying to bring Vera back
Slowly,
for maybe
Bring
a
him
couple
back.
big more fights before they release him. If he keeps losing, they at some point will release him. You? Thoughts?
I think I will also go with Brandon Vera. Hopefully, this does bring him back into some kind of contention in his division.
yeah.
But
That division has got even harder since the years when Vera was killing it. You know,
Yeah.
when Vera was like taking out Mir and all those dudes. Like this division is so stacked now. Like, you got guys like fucking Jones at the top. You got Shogun. You got who else is there? Fucking Rampage. You got Cheetah, Rashad. That division is fucking nasty right now, and it'd be nice to see Vera be a good gatekeeper, but I don't think he'll be.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be a stepping stone into that division. As far
he should drop down to 145 and fight Jose Aldo.
145.
Yeah.
Does he got to cut off his legs real quick?
Yeah, cut off one arm and one leg, and yeah, some of that. But cool, everyone. These are our picks. Anything else, Mike?
That's it.
All right, this is Andrew and Mike signing out. See you in the next episode.